Hi friends, welcome to CNR English Academy. So இன்னைக்கு சண்டே ஸ்பெஷலில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா பார்ட் 13ல் இருக்கும். இன்றைக்கி சண்டே ஸ்பெஷலில் என்ன இருக்குது அப்படின்னா 50 கொஸ்டின்ஸ் இருக்குது. அதே மாதிரி ஃபஸ்ட்டு 10 கொஸ்டின்ஸ் வந்து ஆஸ் யூஷுவல் PGTRB 2019 எடுத்த கொஸ்டின்ஸு. அதுக்கப்புறம் கொஸ்டின் நம்பர் 11 கொஸ்டின் நம்பர் 40 வரைக்கும் யூனிட் 3 பேஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். ஆல்ரெடி யூனிட் 1 அண்ட் யூனிட் 2 பார்த்துருக்கோம். ஸோ திஸ் வீக் வந்து யூனிட் 3 கொஸ்டின்ஸ் எடுத்திருக்கோம். கொஸ்டின் நம்பர் 41 50 வரைக்கும் இம்பார்ட்டண்ட் கொஸ்டின்ஸு ஆஸ் ரிலேட்டட் ஃப்ரம் ஆல் த யூனிட்ஸ். ஓகே ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ், மூவ் ஆன் டு த கொஸ்டின்ஸ். மேட்ச் த ஃபாலோயிங் ஃபிக்ஷனல் டிடெக்டிவ்ஸ் வித் தர் ரைட்டர்ஸ். ஸோ A side Philip Marlowe, Sherlock Holmes, Lord Peter Wimsey, Miss Jane Marple, and from the other side Dorothy Sayers, Agatha Christie, Britain, Conan Doyle. So இதுதான் வந்து 5th மேட்ச் த ஃபாலோயிங். 5 மேட்ச் த ஃபாலோயிங் இருக்குதுன்னு நான் உங்களுக்கு சொல்லியிருப்பேன். இதுதான் வந்து லாஸ்ட்டு மேட்ச் த ஃபாலோயிங். 5 மேட்ச் த ஃபாலோயிங்குமே நம்ம MCQஸில் கொடுத்துட்ருக்கோம். ஓகே, மூவ் ஆன் டு த ஆப்ஷன்ஸ். Correct option is option D, that is A for 3, B for 4, C for 1 and D for 2. Next question. Dash results in Munoo's premature death. Options are work in the pickle factory, ill treatment in Babu Nathuram's house, the eventful happenings in Bombay, tiresome work in Mrs. Mainwarming's house. Correct option is option D, tiresome work in Mrs. Mainwarming's house. Next question. The sets of syntagms characterized as languages by generative grammars are what logicians call dash. Options are formal language, informal language, transformational grammar, phrase structure grammar. Correct option is option A, formal language. Next question. In dash Chomsky's aspect of the theory of syntax was published. Options are 1964, 1965, 1960, 1962. Correct option is option B, 1965. Next question. Air is supplied to the alveoli by small tubers called the dash. Options are windpipe, trachea, bronchus, vocal cords. Correct option is option C, bronchus. Next question. The poem The Wine is a failure in denotation hymen. To light is a failure in connotation. The above said analytical preposition is made by dash. Options are Alan Tate, William Emerson and John Crow Ransom, Alan Tate and Clent Brooks, Alan Tate and Frank Kermode. Correct option is option A, Alan Tate. Next question. Which of the following is not part of the discourse on dramatic poesy? Options are Corneille, Racine, Beaumont, Fletcher, Keats, Lycidius, Neander, Eugenius, Racine, Keats, Neander, Lycidius, Beaumont, Fletcher, Piazza, Plautus and Neander. Correct option is option A, Corneille, Racine, Beaumont, Fletcher. Next question. Identify the set of Wordsworth's poems that do not portray low or rustic life according to Coleridge. Options are Michael, Daffodils, The Solitary Reaper, Ruth, Michael, The Solitary Reaper, Mad Mother, composed upon Westminster Bridge, Michael, Ruth, Mad Mother. The correct option is option D, Michael, Ruth, Mad Mother. Next question. Poetry is the first and last of all knowledge. It is as immortal as the heart of man. This line occur in. The options are the study of poetry, a defense of poetry, the preface to lyrical ballads, an apology for poetry. Correct option is option C, the preface to lyrical ballads. Next question. In The Rape of Lock, Alexander Pope views through the grandiose epic perspective a quarrel between a dash and dash of his day. The options are the upper class and lower class, Puritan and Catholics, the belles and elegants, the British and the French. The correct option is option C, the belles and elegants. Next question. So from 11 to up to question number 40, the questions are from unit 3. Okay, move on to the questions. What specific month is named multiple times in Immortality Ode? Options are February, March, April, May. Correct option is option D, May. Next question. Example for monument work is, options are Lyrical Ballads, Prelude, Adonis, Tintern Abbey. The correct option is option A, Lyrical Ballads. Next question. Emma published in the year of, options are 23rd December 1815, 23rd December 1816, 23rd December 1817, 23rd December 1818. Correct option is option A, 23rd December 1815. Next question. Which is the longest stanza in Immortality Ode? The options are first stanza, fifth stanza, seventh stanza, ninth stanza. The correct option is option D, ninth stanza. Next question. Which is the last poem of Lyrical Ballads? The options are Tintern Abbey, Prelude, Ode to West Wind, none of these. Correct option is option A, Tintern Abbey. Next question. Who used the epithet gentle-hearted Charles for Charles Lamb? The options are Hazlitt, Wordsworth, Coleridge, Shelley. Correct option is option C, Coleridge. Next question. Dream Children was published in dash. The options are Indian Magazine, American Magazine, London Magazine, none of these. Correct option is option C, London Magazine. Next question. Ode to the West Wind divided into dash. Options are 5 cantos, 6 cantos, 7 cantos, none of these. Correct option is option A, 5 cantos. Next question. Defense of poetry proves that poets are dash. Options are teachers, philosophers, guide, none of these. Correct option is option B, philosophers. Next question. In the 7th stanza of Immortality Ode, the child was described. How old that the child is? The options are 6 years old, 8 years old, 10 years old, 5 years old. Correct option is option D, 5 years old. Next question. Full title of the poem Tintern Abbey is dash. Options are line composed a few miles above Tintern Abbey, Tintern Abbey, both A and B, none of these. Correct option is option A, line composed a few miles above Tintern Abbey. Next question. Which century that the real Kubla Khan belongs to? The options are 13th century, 14th century, 18th century, none of these. Correct option is option A, 13th century. Next question. Who is the only character could see faults in Emma? Options are Isabella, Mr. Weston, Mr. Knightley, Frank Churchill. Correct option is option C, Mr. Knightley. Next question. Where we find these lines? Mrs. Battle's opinions on whist. Options are essays of Elia, essays of Hazlitt, essays of Lamb, none of these. Correct option is option A, essays of Elia. Next question. These waters rolling from their mountain springs with a soft inland murmur. What is the poetic device used in the above lines? The options are metaphor, oxymoron, allusion, personification. Correct option is option D, personification. Next question. How many lines are there in Kubla Khan? Options are 34, 44, 54, 64. Correct option is option C, 54. Next question. What book does Harriet encourage Mr. Martin to read in Emma? Options are I Love All Beauteous Things, The Romance of the Forest, Fragment Days, none of these. Correct option is option B, The Romance of the Forest. Next question. Which of the following is not an essay by Charles Lamb? The options are The South Sea House, Poor Relation, Dream Children, Going on a Journey. Correct option is option D, Going on a Journey. Next question. The winged seats where they lie. From Ode to the West Wind. Mention the figures of speech. The options are metaphor, simile, imagery, alliteration. Correct option is option A, metaphor. Next question. Form of the prelude is dash. Options are epic, sonnet, psychological epic, ballad. Correct option is option C, psychological epic. Next question. The novel Wuthering Heights was published in. Options are 1647, 1747, 1847, 1947. Correct option is option C, 1847. Next question. Locke would compare himself after Joseph and Heathcliff accuse him of stealing, in which Shakespeare's hero relates with Emily Bronte's Wuthering Heights. Options are King Lear, Macbeth, Prospero, Othello. Correct option is option A, King Lear. Next question. What type of ode is Keats' Ode to Autumn? The options are Pindaric Ode, Traditional Ode, Horatian Ode, none of these. Correct option is option C, Horatian Ode. Next question. Subtitle of the prelude is dash. The options are The Rickles, The Excursion, both A and B, The Growth of a Poet's Mind. Correct option is option D, the growth of a poet's mind. Next question. Ellis Bell is the pseudonym of dash. Options are Emily Bront, Jane Austen, Hazlitt, P.B. Shelley. Correct option is option A, Emily Bront. Next question. How long Nelly lived at Thrush Cross Grange in Wuthering Heights? The options are 15 years, 17 years, 18 years, 20 years. Correct option is option C, 18 years. Next question. In Said Budding More, here more means dash. Options are more fruits, more nuts, more seeds, more flowers. Correct option is option D, more flowers. Next question. How many kinds of fruits are mentioned in Dream Children? The options are 7, 10, 12, 14. Correct option is option A, 7. Next question. In which river Xanadu is places in Kubla Khan? The options are Ganges, Narmada, Alf, none of these. Correct option is option C, Alf. Next question. When was Adonis published? Dash. The options are 1820, 1821, 1830, 1831. Correct option is option B, 1821. Next question. The concern of the neoclassical writers was, options are nature, love, revenge, human nature. Correct option is option D, human nature. Make a note of it, friends. Up to 40th question, unit 3 வந்து முடியுது. Question number 41 இருந்து 50 வரைக்கும் important questions from related to all the units அப்படின்ற மாதிரி கொடுத்துருக்கோம். Move on to the next question. What is common about Thomson's The Seasons, Gray's The Elegy? The options are, they represent the pre-romantic note, they contain abundant description of nature, both A and B, none of these. Correct option is option C, both A and B. Next question. What is meant by the Churchyard schools of poets? Options are the poetry that suffered from the melancholic strain, the poetry about the church, both A and B, none of these. Correct option is option A, the poetry that suffered from the melancholic strain. Next question. Out of the 20 complete and 4 incomplete stories of Chaucer, what is common between Tale of Melibance and the Parson's Tale? The options are, these tales were told by Chaucer himself, they do not figure in the Canterbury Tales, these two are the only tales told in prose, none of these. Correct option is option C, these two are the only tales told in prose. Next question. The movement of return to nature has to do with, options are the neoclassical age, the romantic age, the pre-romantic period, none of these. Correct option is option C, the pre-romantic period. Next question. Who is the poet referring to the wasteland wrote these lines? Known diligent reader that on each occasion. Options are Ezra Pound, Stephen Spender, W.H. Auden, none of these. Correct option is option A, Ezra Pound. Next question. The earlier English words were written to equalize a person or the art of music or poetry. Options are yes, no, cannot be said, none of these. Correct option is option A, yes. Next question. Who wrote Culture and Anarchy and Essays in Criticism? Options are Johnson, Bacon, Hazlitt, Matthew Arnold. Correct option is option D, Matthew Arnold. Next question. Curan appears in dash Shakespeare play. Options are Hamlet, Othello, Tempest, King Lear. Correct option is option D, King Lear. Next question. In which Shakespeare play does Adam appear? Options are As You Like It, Tempest, Hamlet, King Lear. Correct option is option A, As You Like It. Okay friends, up to this I conclude. இதே மாதிரி ஒரு நல்ல வீடியோவில் உங்களை எல்லாரையும் நான் மீட் பண்ணுறேன். Thank you friends. Thanks for watching.